So I was called to program this vehicle, and after programming it, now the vehicle is not able to start, and it's giving me all this kind of fault: starter relay, ignition relay. So what I'll do now is I'll try and see how best I can start this vehicle for the client, because I'm done with the programming. So when you step on it, it's not working. So what I'll do now is I'll use my identifix to find the reason why it's not starting.
Push the blue OnStar button to activate your trial service and discontinue this.
So this is the wiring diagram, the OEM wiring diagram, and this is the starter relay that we are talking about, which is the transmission engine control ignition relay. And you can see that relay controls a lot of things. So it consists in the starting of the vehicle, and the PCM supposed to send ground to that relay to activate. So what I'll do now is I'll go and find for that relay and try and check for power and ground. Then I'll check if the ground from the PCM is going to the relay. Then from there I'll know what to do, or I'll know what to tell the customer. And I'm very late to class too, so I have to run quickly. So what I'll do now is I'll go and do the test, then move on. So now when you check on this side, there is this relay, which is engine function, and it is relay 3, which is this one. So when you come here, there is it. So we take it out and test for power and ground, and the ground supposed to come from the PCM, has the wiring diagram says, or the information says. So what I'll do now is I'll test for power and see if I'm getting the power that I need from this relay. So now what I'll do is I'll test for this. I have to find for a ground to test for the power. So now I have a ground. So what I'll do now is I'll test for this and see if there is power. There is power, so that means here is supposed to be ground. So let me check here also. There is no power, and here there is power. So what I'll do now is I'll check the relay reading. You can see 1 and 2, and when you check on the relay itself, the diagram has been done. So you can see 1 and 2 is the control side of the relay. So now what I'll do is, one side is giving me power, that means the ground from the PCM is not coming. So what I'll do is, this side was giving me power, this side was the side I was getting power, and this side should give me ground. But let me see if I'll get ground. I'm not getting any ground from this side. So what I'll do is I'll put in a wire. I don't have a relay jumper, so what I'll do is I'll put in a wire, then I'll feed the relay with ground and start the vehicle. So I'll feed the relay with ground and start the vehicle and see if it will start. If it starts, then that means I have to trace the wire going to the back of the control unit. So I'll change my test light. Test light carries less, so I'll change my test light and connect it to this, so you can hear the relay is clicking. So I'll connect it and go into the vehicle and start the vehicle. Now that I've activated the relay, I'll try and erase and see if the feed is going back. If it is not erasing, then let me start the vehicle and see if it's to start. So you can hear the vehicle cranking, and now the vehicle is running. So that means the whole fix is from, so now the problem is from the back of the relay, in the fuse box going to the control unit. That's where I have to check. So I have to find the pin out for the control unit and test and see if the control unit is able to give out the ground that is needed. So that's what I'll do. But for now, I think I'll run and get to the school and later come back and come and check on it after I've closed from school. It off and start it again, and although it's having difficult starting, it starts. So I'll just turn it off and I'm done with my work. If they want any extra work, then they have to pay for that. Thank you for watching. Subscribe my channel for more videos. So now you can see, now what I have to do is I have to check the pins from the fuse box. So that means the whole problem is from this point to this point. I have to check and make sure that the signal or the relay is sending signal. The control board is sending signal to that wire, and it is a yellow wire. So I'll use my coloring wiring diagram to identify it and know what to do from there. So now, after checking the diagram, I got to find out that this pin, this yellow wire, is what controls that relay, and that yellow wire has been torn. So you can see that yellow wire has been torn. So when I test it with my meter, you can hear the continuity. That means it has been torn, and to this side is off. So I'll join it here, then I'll test it at the tip and give you a feedback. What I've done is, because I've joined this yellow cable to this tester, I'll use this other point to check if I'm getting the ground. So I'll test and see if I'm getting the continuity that I need. Oh, sorry, my meter has changed. Okay, so I'll check it. So now I'll took the relay out and I'll test it and see if, so you can hear the beeping. That means the problem is fixed. So what I'll do now is I'll fix everything back and start the vehicle, and I'm done with my work. So we'll fix this relay back. We'll fix the relay back and go to the vehicle and try and erase all the fault code first. Oh no, sorry, I've taken out my machine. So what I'll do now is I'll try and start the vehicle first. So now you can see the vehicle starts and it's running without any help of any ground from my machine. So the next thing is I have to erase all the fault code and call it a fix. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos.